Hi everyone! Welcome back to the Calm and Cozy Classroom. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please excuse the mess going on behind me as I have recently decided to change my guest room that never gets used into an office space for me and a place so that I can use my Cricut and create stuff, but really just a place where I can come and do what I need to do separate from everywhere else in my house. So it's kind of a mess as I just started working on this project maybe like a few days to a week ago. So as soon as I have it up and ready to go, I will give you a tour. Can't give you a classroom tour, but I can give you an office tour, so looking forward to doing that. Okay, so the first thing that I must share with you today in our little mini haul is this plastic fruit. I have no idea why I felt the need to say in my last video that I'm going to show it to you. I know everyone knows what plastic food is, but for whatever reason I felt the need to show you, so here we go. So first we'll start with the unhealthier little option. It's just like little fast food stuff, but I feel like, children can be familiar with this food and they'll find it just fun to play with. And also, I got some vegetables. So all kinds of different little vegetables. I think it's really cool. There's like a little pumpkin in here. I don't think that students often think about eating pumpkin. So I think that would be a cool thing to have a conversation about. And then we have the classic fruit. It's here. And I also got these that I had mentioned. I'm not really planning to take the little plastic knife, but I will take the pan. It looks like a sausage and an egg and then a spatula and then, or maybe a hamburger. I don't know, but it's with an egg, so I thought it was probably sausage, but people do put eggs on burgers, so. And then again, we have the egg with some sausage links and spatula. And I just thought these little things would be really nice for students to have to play if it's a rainy day, if it's too cold, if we're just not able to go outside. My district actually has given us some information about how school's going to be, and we're going to have a staff meeting next week about it. So I will share what our school district is planning to do going forward in my next video. Okay, something else I actually got from the Dollar Tree with that haul that I didn't mention last time was this timer. This is a 2-minute sand timer. That's the only one they had. They only had 2 minutes. They had a lot of different colors, but I use these every single year for various purposes. I've had a few students who just really struggle with like writing time or transition time or packing up time, as I'm sure most people do. So I like to have that for them to kind of be like, okay, I need to get it done in this amount of time, and maybe they could earn a dojo point or whatever reward system I have set up for that student. Also, something I love to use timers like that for is my safe spot or my safe space. This year, I mentioned in my first video, I'm just planning to say, do you need to reflect? Or they can tell me they want to reflect, and we're really gonna teach, I'm really going to teach them what it means to reflect on something. So instead of calling it a safe spot, I'm going to say it's a place to reflect. So no matter how you're feeling, happy, sad, angry, mad, upset, worried, nervous, whatever you're feeling, if you need to have 2 or 3 minutes over there, you can. And so I always have a timer there, and you flip it, and when time's up, you really need to think, okay, is it time to come back? Because I don't want them to stay over there and play. I normally have little things in there, but I'll also have to think how that will go this year, seeing that really can't have a lot of things touching. So I'll have to make sure to switch out stuff, or each child will have their own little individual thing. I'm not sure how I'll do it yet, but I know that I must have a space like that because K through 2 really are learning those social, emotional skills at school as well, and sometimes they just need a break. And so I found it super beneficial for all my students. I've been working with low achieving students. I've worked with gifted students. They all just have really utilized that space. And as long as you teach them how to do it correctly, it's just a fabulous tool, and I love it, and I foresee myself having one, like always. Okay, so the next thing I want to share with you is something most teachers know about. This is actually my first year having one, and so I'm really excited, but that is the Happy Planner. And I just recently got this one at Michael's. They were having a big old sale, and I really wish I would have done this little mini haul before the sale was over because I think it just finished up last weekend. But this was on sale. It was 40% off, I believe. But it says, and then I realized adventures are the best way to learn, and I used my Cricut to make my name on there. So I'm really excited about that. So I know a lot of people are really curious about what the inside of a Happy Planner looks like before they purchase one, and there's always some pictures online, but not a lot of info. So I'm going to just do a quick little walkthrough of my Happy Planner. On the inside, it has apples, and it also has this little insert, which is really cool. It has a bunch of different things that I've just kind of shoved in there, but it has a pocket, so you can store whatever you want on both sides. So I really like that. And I chose this one because I really like the colors. It really went with what I was looking for my classroom. So here you have a little academic calendar. You also have a space to leave some information for a sub. At my school, we have a sub binder, so I doubt I will use this page, but it can come out, so I might put it in there. But it also has just like an overview of the calendar, and then you can write little notes in. And then I really love this, so I won't talk about it every month, but every month in this calendar has a place to put student birthdays, has a place for your top priorities, your goals, and any events or holidays that are coming up, and you can write some notes in the bottom. And also, what I will show you for every month is there's like this little poster, little page with just a nice little phrase or maybe just a picture. But this one says, with challenge comes growth. And for the beginning of this school year, that is going to be so true. We're going to have so much challenge going on, but we will grow, so that's fine. And then September, what we learn becomes a part of who we are. October, one step at a time. November. Oh, and I do want to show you, I just think these little pages are super cute. Every other month, it like rotates. So, for example, November's looks different. It has polka dots. Okay. So November, make way for today. December, just has some flowers and says grow. January, you can do tons of amazing things, just not all at once. I like that one. February, learn from the heart. March, do more of what makes you happy. April, just some flowers. May, dreams become goals when you plan. June, do things that fill your cups. July, strong heart's brave spirit, or strong heart. Kind of looks like an S in cursive, but it's probably strong heart, brave spirit. And in the back, it also has, well, this one, don't stop until you're proud. And this is a tab for a checklist. There's also, a section where you can just take some notes. But behind this tab is a checklist. It's tabbed as checklist where you can put student names. I guess some teachers may put grades there for things. I typically do all of my grades online, so I probably won't use it for that purpose. Not sure what I will use it for, but you never know. I may use it as a checklist for supplies. I don't really know what I'll use it for. If you have any ideas, you can leave it below, but I never know how to show here. Here we go. But I love it. It's really cute to me. So speaking of Cricut, something else I'm really excited about but can't really share with you, but I have done some more things with my Cricut. I purchased these. I will link it below. They are from Amazon, have lots of different colors, but I purchased a lot of these to make some teacher gifts. I am going to be in first grade this year, so it is going to be my first year with this team. One of the teachers I have worked with before but 2 of them were new to our school last year, so I have interacted with them some, but I haven't been on a team with them. So I just decided to make a little gift. So we all have our themes, and so one's going to be doing Dr. Seuss, one will be doing like an ocean or beach, and one's going to just be doing like colorful brights. And so I chose which one to use based on that, and I wrote their name and had a little picture on there, and it's really cute. I really wish I could show you, but for privacy I will not share that with you. But if I end up making one for me, or I'm thinking of using, there's a white one in here, and I was thinking maybe I would get red vinyl and put on like a first aid kit, because I never seem to be able to keep up with where I put like band-aids or anything like that. So just, little stuff you would use, and maybe we'll even have thermometers in our class this year, who knows. So that just might be a nice way to keep up with that. So I am looking forward to making some more things with my Cricut that I can share with you. On the topic of little pouches, we are doing a phonics program. This will be the 3rd year at our school. Kindergarten did it, they started with it, and then it rolled out to 1st grade last year, and I was a combination class teacher, so I had some 1st graders and some 2nd graders last year, so we did do the phonics program. And then this year it will be rolling out to 2nd grade as well. But last year I organized, it has all these like little letters, not magnets, but paper. You had to use those. And so you would laminate them after you put them on cardstock, and you would have all the letters or digraphs or blends, whatever parts you needed depending on your grade level. And you would just give them the letters every week. It was very time consuming. It did turn into a job for some of my students to switch out the letters for me, but they would literally work on it 30 minutes like when they got there until the day started, and so it just took a lot of time. So I had a tip from a teacher at a different school in our district to you could use like Tupperware with 2 different sections and have your vowels a different color, and then your vowels on one side, consonants on the other. But I decided for storing purposes, because I did use Tupperware last year and it worked out fine. Only a few of them got cracked, and it wasn't very expensive because I got it from the Dollar Tree, but it took up a lot of space in my room to have 18 containers of Tupperware. 18 cup Tupperware containers. So I decided to buy these. I liked these because they came in the colors that I was looking for my calm and cozy vibe. As I look here in the video, they do look a little bright, but they're mostly what I was looking for. They're pretty muted, more pastel-y, some of them. This one's a little bright, but it also came with an orange and black, but I bought enough that those can just kind of be extra. I really want to stay with this little color theme here, but my plan is to have the vowels in a different color, and maybe any digraphs or blends that we use if we do it that way, if we have them printed separately, and they will go in the front pouch, and then that way all the consonants for word building can go in this pouch. And something I'm really liking about this is each kid will keep their pouch with them and I guess I don't know that we'll be going to the carpet, maybe working at their desk, but they'll have it right there with them, because this is not going to take up a lot of space. Or if I'm doing a small group and need to work, I can just say, hey, bring your pouch over, and then I don't have to worry about getting all the supplies. So feeling really good about that. And along the lines of this, I'm thinking might go together, I also ordered these binder clips, and these are actually a lot brighter and bolder than I thought they would be, but that's okay. We're still being colorful. We're calm and cozy, but we're colorful too. And so I'm thinking for these little binder clips, depending on how it works out, I might have them have a binder clip on here, and then that way they'll have all their stuff together, because these binder clips are going to be used for like little student login cards. So I downloaded the template for the 3x3 Post-its. I won't be printing these on Post-its, but I just wanted everything to be the same size. So just like other schools, we use a lot of programs and students need logins, and 1st graders can't remember their logins or remember where to go. So I did something similar to this last year for iReady. We use iReady. That's a big program we use. And I did use something like this last year, but you just had it was a pretty long sheet, but I used the snippet tool so they know exactly what they'll be looking for. And I have a place for username, password, and we are in the state of Georgia, so I went ahead and clicked that. And then I will either type in that information or write it. I don't have it yet, so we don't get our roster until like pre-planning. I watch some videos and teachers are like sharing their rosters and I'm like surprised. I'm like, what? Because we don't find out until like pretty much pre-planning. I know this year will probably be different anyway though, because as I'm going to tell you in my next video, a little more information about what our district is going to do, but there are going to be some choices to do online learning at home or come to school. So until parents make that choice, we won't have our rosters for sure, but when we do, I'm going to make 2 copies for each student so they can have this at school to use and at home. So I have one already, and we also have a very high population of English as a second language learners. So we use Lexia Core 5, and I just have the same kind of setup here. We also utilize Schoology at my school. If you don't know what Schoology is, it's just an online learning, it's an online platform where you can add resources, set up folders. I don't want to say it's like Google Classroom, but I mean, it might remind you of that. So we used Schoology last year. This past school year was our first year using it. Took a little time to get used to it, but I really like it. It's easy to integrate things. You can create quizzes on there. It's really nice. So all that to say, I'm also going to have a login for Schoology. And if you recall in my first video, I was talking about some teacher prep I was doing, creating some posters and little cards for reading and writing strategies. And so that could be something that I attach. And I may leave a blank space and just have a post-it, and they can just put the post-it on, take the post-it off, instead of having to print and laminate all my strategies. But also they're going to have on there what their reading level is and what books they should get from the library so they could take that with them. So I'm hoping having everything together on these binder rings. I know they could still lose them. I know it's still a big possibility, but I'm hoping that that will be one way to organize and help them. And speaking of reading and writing strategies, I shared this book with you in my first video, but I took it to UPS and now I have a spiral on the side, and so I'm really excited. I did it with my reading and writing. I've wanted to do this for years, but I was really concerned it was going to be expensive, and it was actually $2.99 each, so for around $6 with some tax. Now both of mine have the spiral on the side, and it's just going to be so much easier to use. And I mean, I used it anyway, but like I did find it always hard to kind of lay it flat, hold your place, that kind of thing. So I'm super excited about that. So I have a few more things to show you. So as I mentioned before, I went to Michael's and only bought a few things there, surprisingly. I did really well. I know everybody, I say everybody, maybe not. I know most people know what these are and have seen these before. Sorry for the glare. The photo keeper cases. So in our new building that's being built right now and hopefully will be done when school starts, we are only going to have one storage cabinet. We were in a really old school, and so we had like counters, we had lots of storage place, 2 closets, I mean a lot. Given most of the stuff that were in those closets and in those cabinets were from teachers before me, and as much as I threw away every year, it just still seemed to have so much stuff there. So there was a lot of place to put things. In our new building, we're not going to have that luxury, and I know we're going to really need to keep stuff separated this year. So I love this to make, like I'm thinking math toolkits basically. We could have a 10 frame with some counters in each one, and I'm going to use my Cricut to make numbers on each of them. But I bought 4 of these. These cost me like $10 and some change each because, like I said, they were having a sale, and I can't remember what the percentage off was, but what I do know is they were like $12 and some change, and then with teacher discount, they came out at like $10 and like 41 cents or something ridiculous like that. So super happy about those. I don't know if I'll be able to fill all 4 of them up, but I'm sure I will find a way. If you have any suggestions or ideas for what you put in your photo keepers, let me know. So something else I got from them at Michael's. Actually, this one is from At Home, but I also bought 2 more at Michael's. But you know, this handy dandy rolling cart. Like I said, we're not going to have a lot of storage, and so I'm thinking and we're not having teacher desks. So I'm thinking for my small group time, I would really want one of these for math and one for reading, just to have everything organized. This one was $39.99 at Home. I actually was going to return this one because they were on sale for $29.99 at Michael's, and I ended up buying two of them, one for math, one for reading. Don't know that I really need to. If it ends up that I don't, I'll have two kidney tables in my room, so any push and support, if they need to utilize one or leave something, they could. But this one I was going to take back, and then once I decided this was going to be my new office space that I'm super excited about, I decided, you know what, maybe I need it because I don't have a lot of places to put things in here, as you'll see when I do my little room reveal when it's all done. But I just thought that would be nice. I could put a lot of my design stuff for Cricut on there, move it around, whatever I need to do. And so the last thing that I have to share with you today, I'm super excited about. I don't know how I'm going to get it on my wall at school. Haven't investigated to even see what was on the back, but this is from Five Below. And you know I'm doing calm and cozy vibes. Plants to me just say calm and cozy. So my husband has informed me that he thinks these are just the little pictures that come in there to sell the photo frames that you're supposed to put your own pictures in there. But in the display in the back, which also, do you notice how much larger it looks compared to the couch versus how large they are? But that's okay. I didn't want big ones. But I don't know if they're supposed to be in here or you're supposed to put your own pictures. Either way, they're in there now, and I like them, and I'm going to use them. I've also seen some really cute growth mindset posters on TPT. I don't own any of them. I haven't bought any, but I'll see how these go, and if I don't like them, I'll get some and size them down and put them in here because they were really cute. Okay, so coming up in my next video, you can be looking forward to hearing what's going to happen in my school district and what we are going to do to start off our school year. Probably very similar to what many other places are doing, but I'm happy to share that with you. And also, probably the following video will be a tour of my new office creative space, and I'm super excited. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.